These are all really cool pieces, and there's no surprise to me at all that they're that they're all in my collection. Hey everybody, how are you? This is Mike. I'm back. I'm trying a new filming setup and recording setup. I'm not using my phone. I'm actually using my DSLR and a microphone. So this is a little bit of a test episode. I want to see how it looks and sounds, and if it's any kind of massive improvement, I'll keep doing it this way. The cars for this episode are, of course, the boxed cars that I found in the Rubbermaid bin I got out of my attic, where I hunted my own attic. These are, these are older and newer. These guys right here are from 2017. I like this transporter. I might have to pull him out of the package. But again, I don't know if these are like cool or chase or expensive or worth anything. So I need to do a little bit of research, but I can see that transporter coming out of there. I see a gold wheel, and I know sometimes that means it's something special. And then I have these guys, which are all from 2005. So they're pushing 20 years old. And it also means they were probably gifts from my kids back, for Christmas or whatever, back in the 2000s when they were growing up. These are all really cool pieces, and there's no surprise to me at all that they're that they're all in my collection, especially this GT. And the GT40 is definitely one of my favorite cars of all time. I mean, any car enthusiast would have to put this car somewhere in there. Top 20 probably. It's an insane car. And then it has like the Gulf style livery on it. Number 32 actually is my hockey number. So I'm guessing I probably picked this up, it's my goalie number on it. I probably picked it up because it had the right number on it on top of everything else. But this tuned Chevy pickup is also really cool. How do you not love the tuned stuff from Hot Wheels? They're really knocked it out of the park. Just like a cool idea, right? Like, let's get the custom car culture taken care of. Hot Wheels, not messing around with that. Really cool flame job. I guess this is number 5 of 5 for that 2005 series. The S10 tuned. Really cool. Really cool. This guy has the really outrageous artwork on it, like almost graffiti style art on this 68 Cougar. This is also a 2005 car. You can kind of tell by the packaging, looks a little bit more kind of dated compared to what they do now. This thing's really cool. Not a huge fan of red cars. I guess it's got an orange tint to it. It's pretty red though. Not a huge red car fan, so probably didn't buy that by my own. But it does, again, have the gold wheels. If that's a thing, let me know in the comments. Are gold wheels, like, does that make it a chase or something like that? I feel like I've heard that somewhere. The GTO Judge, just the logo for the Judge, which you probably can't really see there on that front corner. Just an amazing logo in and of itself, like alone, let alone from the car, it's really cool. First edition's 2005, number 18 of 20 on the Realistics line. It's got a cool bottom, black with that little chrome Hot Wheels swoosh in there. Really, I love this thing, especially in black. If I was going to have this car in real life, the real life version, I probably would get the purple one just because I'm a huge fan of purple cars. They don't make enough of them. And that brings us to the purple Formulator. I can't even say it right. Nice low-key livery. I do like that it's like a nice deep purple color. Really cool. 2005, 13 of 20 on the Realistic. So I've got a couple of those from that set, I guess. Which is kind of neat. I'm not a completist. I'm not one of those collectors who buys things because I want to have the whole set of anything. I buy things because I like them. I probably mentioned that before, and you're probably going to hear me say it again. Like, I pretty much try to buy cars that I like, or things that I think are neat or cool. That's just kind of how I do. That's kind of how I do it. But this really cool transporter I mentioned before says it's good track car. So I don't know, maybe with the weight of it, it's probably pretty fast. The HW Metro, the Hollinator. I want to pull this out just to, put cars on it. This thing's from 2017. I feel like I have mentioned before, and I'm going to do a video on it here. I'm probably going to record it later today, but I worked on the re-release of Micro Machines when they re-released them in 2019, 2020. I was on the team of guys who did Series 1. I found some other designs I did from like Series 4 through 5 as well. I did a lot of cars for Micro Machines, and I'll go into more depth about the Micro Machine stuff on its own specific episode. But I think these 2017 cars almost certainly came from me going out and buying inspiration vehicles for the designs I had to do for the Micro Machines. And I went out and I hadn't collected diecast cars in a lot of years. I'd been on hiatus from really collecting. So when I started working on those cars, I went out and I bought a ton of different diecast cars from different companies, Hot Wheels, and I bought, some other older Micro Machines. I bought, the M2 machines, and it really, really got me back into the hobby. So I'm guessing these 2017 cars, they would have been a couple years old when I went out and bought cars, so they would have probably still been on the shelf. This Diora 3 with the bike in the back, really cool. The Diora, I believe, Diora 1 was part of the original Sweet 16. And they've done a couple of these since, but another purple car. Like I said, I really love purple cars, and this thing's super cool. So that explains a little bit about the 2017 date because there's like a big gap between like 2006, 2005 and 6, and then like 2017. There's like a giant 10 to 12 year gap there in my collecting. Looks like this one has a special feature, the diaper dragger. It's a little baby carriage hot rod. That's pretty neat, from the HW Metro line. Super cool. I like the color. I like these kind of, I don't collect them very often, the kind of what I always consider like gimmick cars. It's like they're not a real car. They're super, I have one that's like a toilet, it's like a hot rod toilet, and I have it. I don't traditionally buy those, but if there's really cool or something interesting like this, I'll definitely pick them up. And last but not least, the little 85 Honda City Turbo 2. I bought this because I formerly, before the car I have now, my Scion XB, I had a 1974 Honda Civic, and I am in love always with mini cars and with little tiny vintage Hondas. So there's, on top of there being a cool livery that I could get inspired by, it's a little tiny Honda. Like, how do you not love that? They're so cool. And looks like this one is also part of a series. It looks like they really started to go to work on the series stuff in the years between when I collected and when I didn't. But these guys are all on card. The cards aren't all in perfect shape because, again, like, I'm not one of those collectors who's like, I've got to have all these and they're going to be worth a bunch of money. I buy stuff that I like. And a lot of the time stuff, even of value, comes out of the packaging because I want to have it on my toy shelf. I want to be able to pick it up and see it. I'm not a value collector unless it's something I know for sure is going to be valuable down the line, like a particular treasure hunt or a particular chase car or something like that. I might leave those in packaging, but I'll probably pull this guy out at some time, although he's getting a little older now, so who knows. 2017, he's getting a little older. He's like 5 years old, but like, I might not pull this out of the packaging. The other thing that's hilarious is that I'm probably never going to sell any of this stuff. So why I keep it in packaging at all is a good question. And what do you guys do? What do you prefer to do? Do you prefer to have them out so you can actually touch them and put them on your shelves and play with them? Or are you guys like, they stay in the packaging because these things have got to have value on the long haul? Let me know what you think in the comments. I know I get a lot of comments on the stuff I post on TikTok that's like, open it, you gotta open it. And certain things I have, I'll never open, but a lot of stuff I will, and I haven't made up my mind about any of these yet. Why don't you guys help me decide what I'm gonna do with them? Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. I appreciate you guys, coming along with me on my test of the new camera and microphone setup. I had a podcast over the pandemic, and so I have all this gear laying around, and I figured, let's see if we can't put it to use. So, all right, here's hoping this turns out good, and I will talk to you guys later.